Hello, 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 my lovies. Hello to YouTube and Twitch. Welcome, welcome, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Hi. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello. Whew, hopefully today's better than yesterday. Yesterday was rough. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and start our Diava Smackdown song. Everybody ready? Here we go. She signs on every day waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's a role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got fire. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard to beat. See Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running her show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With MAGAs in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, oh, look, we have a winner. Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That was for you, MAGA. Stop being so emotional. All right. Thank you, Hey Jude, for my awesome theme song, which you too can find on Spotify if you want to download that song and add it to your gym playlist because it's very motivating. It's called Diava Smackdown. It has my logo, so you know it's me and it's the right song. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit that guest request button and come on up and talk to me. I'm going to bring up my backup account right now. Let me get my backup account going here. And you guys can request up. Come on. Here we go. I really am hoping today's better than yesterday. Hi, everybody on YouTube and Twitch. So good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. I am on my backup account for the next few days. So make sure that you hold on 1 second. Let me bring up my backup account and that you'll stop hearing the sound of my laptop fan in a second. All right, make sure you're following the backup to my backup. Make sure you're following the backup to my backup down there.
All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. Everybody else, let's see this hearts flying. Let's see if we can get to 50K as quick as we can so we can stay on the For You page, drive some conversation today. So thank you for being here and let those hearts fly, my friends. Thank you so much. If you're over there on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and leave a like for me. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's have a conversation if you voted for Donald Trump. If you chirp in the comment section, you're probably going to get muted by one of my mods because you're supposed to be in the request box talking to me. The Kamala supporters get the comment section because they're not allowed to request up right now. So if you voted for Donald Trump, I'm looking to talk to you. All right. Cooper, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 47 from Louisiana.
Okay. So what do you feel
about you?
I'm 52 and I'm in Florida.
Just came from Florida.
I'm a Florida native. I know I'm a rare unicorn, but I am. What are your thoughts on the constitutional crisis that we're in right now?
I don't believe we're in a constitutional crisis.
So you don't believe that Donald Trump directly and distinctly going against the Supreme Court order? Thank you, Jeanette, for subscribing.
No, I don't. That's.
So you think it's okay for the president of so you think it's okay for the president of the United States to go against and violate the Supreme Court's order?
Well, the Supreme Court doesn't have say-so in how he governs. Number one, and that.
I'm sorry. We have three. No. How? If we have three co-equal branches of government, so that we have checks and balances for the judicial, the legislative, and the.
I meant when it comes to deportations and things like that.
No. That's not a deportation. Deportation is a legal process. This man was not given a legal process. This man was kidnapped from the street and sent and human trafficked over to El Salvador and put into a gulag. Okay, so
he was human trafficking people.
No. Do you know that Caroline Leavitt made that up today? That's the first time anyone has ever said that. It's never been alleged in court. It's never been alleged by anyone in the government. Caroline Leavitt said it today. No, you're going to be quiet. You're not going to spread misinformation. Absolutely not. Caroline Leavitt made that up today. She's the only person who's ever said it, and she made it up. It's never been alleged. It's never been alleged in a single document ever.
Do you believe he's an MS-13?
Nope. They've presented no evidence. Go find me evidence that he was human trafficked or that he's part of MS-13. Go. I'll wait. You have Google in your hand. Go. The government has never proved that he was part of MS-13 as a matter of fact. No. I said source. Nope. You're not talking to. You bring a source that he was human trafficking and that he was.
I have a source.
No. What's your source?
Pam Bondi.
Nope. They're all liars. Nope. That whole administration lies about everything. No. I want you to show me a court document. I want you to show me yes. The attorney general is a fucking liar. Absolutely. I want a document, not out of someone's mouth in this administration. Because they all lie. No, I said proof. Proof. I'm going to keep muting you until you give me a source. www. The court number, the court or the docket number, the case number.
I have it right now. I have it.
Mm-hmm.
It's www.
Yeah, you don't have it.
You're a dumb bitch. www.
There's the misogyny. That's how it is. That's how. There's the misogyny. I know. You get your emotional feelings hurt because you can't just say because somebody said it. That's not proof. That's not a source. They always devolve into misogyny. It's just their brand. It's just on brand. We know. It's okay. We know they're simple-minded. And when they get dog walked, they can't do anything other than just go back to make me a sandwich. Jesus Christ. That was a very quick crash out because I asked for a source. Oh no, you have to back up your claim. How dare I do that? How dare I require proof? Oh no. Avery, hi, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did vote for Trump.
Okay, how old are you?
24.
What state did you vote in?
California.
So what do you want to add to the conversation, or what did you want to respond to?
Oh, I agree. I think that what Trump did with the dude from Maryland was pretty bad. The way the whole administration's botched that entire thing. I feel like it should, be returned promptly.
Except for he's saying he's not.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, nothing I can do. Nothing we can do.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You need to call your Congress people who are supposed to be holding him accountable, because they are a co-equal branch of government. They could be holding him responsible, but the Republicans in the Congress are feckless and spineless and won't do anything. They're not doing anything. They're just letting him get away with it. So what you need to do is you need to call them relentlessly, like the Democrats are doing, telling them to fucking do something.
I did already this morning.
Impeach the motherfucker.
Straight to voicemail.
So you keep calling. Every single day.
I have to go to work and all that. I mean,
Everybody else works too. Do you want fascism, or do you want to take an extra 5 minutes from work and make a phone call? It's not that hard.
I don't know. We're in a fascist country.
We are, as of yesterday, we now officially have a dictator because he's ignoring the courts.
Huh. Really? Wow. That's insane. That's unprecedented, don't you think? I mean, hey, but he did win the election, so give him props for that, right?
No.
He did win.
I have to start my live over. I'm so sorry. My past guest got a violation, so it violates my live. So I have to start over. I'll be right back. Jesus Christ. These guys with no self-control keep getting me having to start over every time.
Meal they gonna get.
These men can't control themselves and have to crash out and call me names, and then I get a violation. How is that even okay? So stupid. I saw that he was on a burner account, Heath. I always look at their bio before I bring him up. I had my finger on the mute button, don't worry. But thanks for looking out for me. Oh, I can't get this right. Oh, well, I guess I'm up here now. Hello, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. everybody else, we got to get back on the For You page. I'm going to ask you to knock it out again. I'm so sorry. Thank you, though. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're supposed to be hitting the guest request button and coming up and talking to me. I do not answer questions from the comment section because I'm here for conversations. So if you're going to hide out in the comment section, I'm not going to answer your questions. If you want to come up and have a conversation with me, that's what I'm here for. Let me bring up my backup account and we'll get into it if we have a Trump voter in here. Yes, again. All right, that's the backup to my backup account because I'm on my backup account right now. So make sure you're following me on my backup to my backup account at the bottom of the screen there. Everybody else, just keep on hitting the screen because it looks like we're just now getting ready to hit the For You page. World of withdrawals. You only have 2 followers, so I do not bring up anyone under 10 followers. Usually you're bots or you come up slurring, and I'm not interested. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Actually, I don't think there's any in here yet because we have not hit the For You page yet. Hi, Rhea. I love you. Tom, hit the guest request button. Otherwise, they're going to mute you in the comment section. You're not supposed to be in the comment section. You're supposed to be hitting the guest request if you voted for Donald Trump. The comment section's for Kamala supporters. The guest request box is for you. Oh, goodness gracious. I forgot to turn my notifications off. That was a good reminder to turn off my notifications. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. All right, Michael. I hope, Michael, you're in here. Michael, thank you for the $6 Venmo. At this point, they're straight up on anti-Constitution. I 100% agree. 100%. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. We are looking for Trump supporters to have a conversation with, and Trump supporters only. It is your time to shine, guys. Come on up. There is nobody. No Kamala supporters allowed to request up right now. It is just Trump voters. So if you voted for Donald Trump, now's your time. Let's go. Hit that guest request and come on up. Let's have a conversation. Oh, we got a flash goal. Let's see if we can knock this out, y'all. Where's my flash goal? Where'd it go? There we go. TikTok does a flash goal every day. They just started this recently. It's just the rose. It only costs you 1 coin, but if you guys would kindly knock that out, that'd be awesome. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request button for me. Holy cow. I think that's a record time you guys got those hearts. Oh my word. Thank you so much. Holy cow. That was so fast. Thank you. You guys rock. Thank you. Goodness. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're going to hit the guest request box and come on up. If you voted for Kamala, just keep on hitting that screen for me so we can get up on the, or we can stay on the For You page. And we can have some good conversations today. Hopefully we get some Trump supporters in here that are not going to crash out in the first 10 seconds or going to slur and say awful things like they did yesterday. Where'd you go? All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Okay. Let me see if we have a Trump supporter in the box. Let's see. Oh, God. I'll entertain this for a moment. Just, I already blocked Brian. You guys, I'm on it. Don't worry. I do this day. I've done this every single day for a year. Des, hi. Did you vote for Trump? Hello?
What's up? Yeah.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
47, state of Texas.
So what do you think about the constitutional crisis we're in?
We're not in a constitutional crisis. You know what? When he says he wants to get rid of the homegrowns, our next, I think he's talking about you Tesla scratchers, you domestic terrorists right here that are blowing up all the Tesla sites. You guys need to be deported back to Europe.
Please get me the fuck out of here for free. Get the fuck out of here. Send me back to Europe. Send me. Let's go. Send me. Get me the fuck out of here. Bye. Don't tempt me with a good time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Like shit, let's go. Send me away. Bye-bye, bitch. I ain't living in no fascist dictatorship. No, thank you. You guys can. I'm not down for that. Right? Deport me to a resort in the Caribbean too. Whatever. Oh yeah, I'm with you. Like anywhere but here. Anywhere but here. Send me away.
Why are you guys so hateful?
Nobody's talking to you yet.
Okay, so just sit here and downgrade me like every Democrat does. All right, thanks.
And gang. Do you just walk into someone's house when you get to their house, just throw open the front door, bum rush them, go in and steal beer out of their fridge? Or do you wait for them to say, hi, how are you? Come on in. I already know that you voted for Trump because you don't have any decorum. So how old are you and what state did you vote in?
35 and I voted in New York.
Okay.
But you just asked me a question that I get fucking muted. Okay.
I didn't ask you a question. I didn't mute you. Hey, calm down. You're so emotional. You're so emotional. You voted for hate, boo boo. You voted for hate. You voted for hate. You're so emotional. Oh, there it is. I know. Every single day, you guys have no self-control, so you have to go to instant crash out. Goodbye. There it is. It's always there. Every single time. Every single time. I think that men are just too far emotional, and I don't think they're fit to lead. So I think that men need to be banished from leadership in this country until they learn how to control their emotions. They're far too emotional to lead. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Because women, if we get emotional, we might cry or get a little upset or something, but men are violent. They're not really fit to lead. They need to learn some self-control. And then perhaps they should maybe be trusted in a leadership role on a trial basis. Liberals are anti-American. Liberals are anti-American, but not the guy who's openly defying the Supreme Court against the Constitution. You guys are some special kind of special. Let me just tell you one thing. The hypocrisy, the irony, the utter projection is insane to me. Insane. Oh my God. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You just can't. Democrats are anti-American, but I voted for this fucker right here who's openly defying the Supreme Court. So weird. We are not a red nation. Get off your meds. Now you're muted because you're just being a keyboard warrior down there that's just typing in the comment section and not requesting up like I've asked Trump supporters to get up and have a conversation with me. Did you guys see what the government filed today? Did you guys see what the government filed in their court hearing for Abrego Garcia today? Didn't give an update like they're supposed to. Said that if he showed up at a port of entry, the DHS would then remove him to a third country because he doesn't have legal protective status anymore because they decided that he's part of MS-13, so he's no longer protected. So even if he shows up at a port of entry, they're going to take him back out. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. And if you think that the homegrowns just mean, they're like, oh, the violent, egregious, that's all the people we would send to El Salvador. Well, over 50% of the people that are in El Salvador right now don't even have a criminal record, so we know that's a lie. He just means anyone he deems to be an enemy of the state, you're going to be gone. you're going to be gone. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. They have exactly RC Dubs. They have zero evidence. And then today, Caroline Leavitt said he was human trafficking. That has never been in any court document. It has never been even alleged until Caroline Leavitt said it. And the very first person who came up here said, well, he was a human trafficker, right out of KKK Carolyn's mouth. So they soak up and regurgitate. They don't require evidence. They don't require anything. They just hear it and then come right back out and spew it. That's never been proven. It's never been alleged. It's never been proven that he was part of MS-13. And this, I just read this today right before I came up here. Their star witness, right? The person who said back in 2019 that Abrego Garcia was part of MS-13. Yeah, listen to this. The local detective who first accused Mr. Abrego Garcia of being a member of MS-13 was suspended from the police force and indicted merely weeks later for providing confidential information to a sex worker who he was paying in exchange for those acts. The one person, the confidential informant that said he was part of MS-13, was then suspended from the police force a few weeks later for paying a prostitute, basically. That's their star. That's who said he was, yeah. Give me a break, man. Talk about a freaking kangaroo court. This is ridiculous. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. There's over 700 people in here. Don't tell me there's not Trump supporters in here. There's just Trump supporters in here, Trump voters in here who regret their vote or they don't know how to defend this shit anymore. So they're just in here listening, but they won't come up and talk about it because they either regret their vote or they know this is fucking bullshit and they can't defend it anymore. Latina, that's so cute. I've never seen that before. That's so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I do have Trump supporters who literally come to my live every single day. Every day. I don't know why. Oh, I know, Davey. I know you're different because you actually kind of regret your vote. You regret your vote. Yeah, where's DJ? Because he's like, until it happens. Well, it hasn't happened yet, Val. It hasn't happened yet, Val. Well, now that it's happened, it's like, well, where's your source? Jesus Christ. Ah! He was in Angie's live? Oh, God. Probably because Angie's a lot more patient than me. I ain't got no patience for him. I ain't got no patience for that man. I'm sure he got dog walked. Oh, I know. I went by. I saw Val was there for a little bit. Who was that? Gilly, thank you for subscribing. DJ is insufferable. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. The numbers are climbing. My numbers are going up. We're getting close to 800, and there's not a single Trump voter in here. Are you kidding me? Oh my God! Look at all these. Must be new for spring. Thank you, Latina. Those are so cute. They have some cute little memes now, or the little gifts. Those are so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Tara, thank you for the star map. I think that's pretty too. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Hello, are you out there? I feel like I'm shouting into the abyss. Are there any Trump supporters? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come up. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Like, you got this guy who's from Maryland, who's here in this country legally under protected legal status, that they go and snatch off the street, send him over to El Salvador, acknowledge in court that they fucked up. Oh, thank you for the birdies. Those are so cute. And send him to a gulag. And now they're like, yeah, we're not going to bring him back. His name is Kilmar Armando Abrego Garcia. Say his name, y'all. Say his name. He was kidnapped. He was human trafficked to a concentration camp. Exactly what Germany did. Do you know that Auschwitz wasn't in Germany? It was in Poland. They sent them out of state, out of country. They just disappeared, right? And y'all can't see the similarities. I don't see any similarities. With zero ties to MS-13. Not a single document, not a single court case. He's never been charged. He's never been convicted. He's never been anything. It was strictly an allegation by one police officer or one guy who was then a few weeks later suspended from the police department for paying a prostitute. The one person who said he was part of MS-13. He was here under legal protected status. And just because a lot of people have tattoos of a lot of different things. He was not illegal. He was here on legal protected status. He'd been here for 10 years on a green card. He was completely legal. He was even under a protected because you guys don't read, do you? I know that's dumb for me to ask. I know you don't read. I know you don't read. But did you read the Supreme Court decision? It lays it all out there. The government has never provided a single shred of evidence that he belonged to that gang. Just because Pam Bondi says it, just because Stephen Miller says it, just because Donald Trump says it, just because Marco Rubio says it, doesn't mean shit. They all lie. This entire administration are liars. This background ain't doing it. So let me see if I can. Y'all find this funny. How I imagined 2025 as a kid and how it turned out. The earth is round. Give me the Thors! This is what we thought the utopia of 2025 was going to be. Dinosaur! If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. I'm just changing my backgrounds because it's fun. Oh, this one's good too. No. The worm can eat both brains and still starve to death. It's RFK. This one's funny. MAGA. Look! He's getting things done! Toots, thank you for subscribing. It's a bull in a Santa Claus. And MAGA's clapping. Yay! He's getting stuff done! Woo! Oh, Trump supporters are so simple. Yay! It's like barking seals. Oh, yay! Look, he's getting things done. Oh, yeah. You ain't got no health care, you ain't got no freedom, but you got a bull. Oh, I have too much fun doing these backgrounds, y'all. Jay Forrest, thank you. You got plastic straws and no more pennies. But you don't have no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on. I know this one's sad. They're not ready to talk about this. Ain't ready for it. No, it's not funny. It's not. Nothing about this is funny. Absolutely not. None of this is funny. Oh, Kyle, you are filth. Oh my God. Get the fuck off my live, you nasty, disgusting, inhumane person. Ugh. That was gross. Sorry for those that saw that comment. That was vile. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. You guys voted for this. Yeah, be glad you missed it. It was gross. But then again, they're just psychopaths or sociopaths. The only people that are still hanging with the MAGA crowd are sociopaths or psychopaths. There is nothing else. They lack empathy. They lack any type of humanity. All of those things, they don't care. It's just disgusting. The Nashvilleian, did you vote for Trump?
Oh, no, Miss Dave, I'm sorry.
I thought you were friendly. It's okay. Thank you. And the little red-pilled incels who probably have Gen X parents, which I don't know what happened to Gen X. We were Gen X. We were the rebellious ones. We were like, fuck the authority.
I was looking through people.
Sorry. If you voted for Donald Trump, we're looking to have a conversation with you. Request up. Let's go. Get out of the comment section. We're getting close to 1,000 people in here. I know there's Trump supporters in here. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and let's have a conversation.
That was a good one, everyone. Hey, I wanted to give everybody a piece of information because I don't think people understand. I know we have people. I'm not a big fan of reporting, but if you're going to report somebody, when you report them, when you hit their box, don't hit the 3 dots on the side when you get their name. Actually, hit their picture.
Profile picture, yeah.
Yeah, go into their profile, hit the arrow in the top right corner. At the bottom of the screen, it'll give you a report flag.
Yeah, because it tells me guest had a violation, which means you guys reported him through my live, so it gives me a violation.
if you report them through their profile, that reports just them and it doesn't attach it to what.
Yeah. And those are usually, we just do that for the egregious ones. How did I just get banned? How did I just get banned? This is crazy. I just got a 24-hour ban. What is happening? This is crazy. For harassment and bullying. I am. I just hit the appeal, but it takes a minute. This is insane. I am so sick of this shit. Every single day. Every day. I'm so done with TikTok. It's only for one day, but this is so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I was talking to Val. I hadn't had a Trump supporter up there in how many minutes? I'm trying not to let it get to me, Kristen, but man. I lost my main account for a fucking week. This is so stupid. I didn't think the other one would stick. The other day, the one where I got the week ban, do you know what I got it for? Like gender violence and sexual exploitation. That's what my week ban is for. And when I appealed it, they denied it. I have nothing of that kind on my page. My appeal wasn't approved. This is crazy. Exactly. This is so dumb. I guess I'm going up on my 3.0. Oh my God, this is so fucking frustrating. This is crazy. This is just insanity to me. Everybody, while you're here on YouTube, make sure you're subscribed, that you like this. I'm trying to build my presence on TikTok because I'm really, really fucking sick of it. I mean, on YouTube, because I'm really sick of TikTok. I'm so over TikTok. Let me put it that way. So over it. Okay. Yeah, they denied my appeal. I'm so sick of TikTok. If I get clapped on this one, I'm going to Clapper or going somewhere else. I'm not dealing with this. It's only 24 hours, but still, it is so frustrating. All right, I'm going live on my 3.0 right now. Going live on the 3.0. I am live on my 3.0 account because my 2.0 just got a 24-hour timeout. It's crazy. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my 3.0 account for the next 24 hours. I'm so over this. Oh my God. Thank you guys for coming and tapping. I appreciate it. And sharing. I appreciate it. I am on my 3.0. This is so incredibly frustrating. Yeah, I guess I was clapped for laughing. Makes a lot of sense, huh? Same here, left coast living. I hadn't even had a Trump supporter up in the office, up in the box for at least 10 or 12, 15 minutes. Then I finally brought up Val, so I wasn't just talking to myself. This is so crazy. Bullying and harassing. Who? Myself? I'm sure it was a MAGA. Anyway, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I don't think we're on the For You page yet, but I'm just saying. Yeah, we're on 3.0. If this one goes, well, I'll be on Clapper or something later. Ain't nothing I can do. Because this is crazy work. I have a 24-hour timeout on my 2.0 account, and I have 5 more days on my main account that I have a timeout. So this is insane. Exactly, Val. That's exactly what it is. But if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. It's the multi-guest button. It's the pink and blue person right next to the comment section. It's a little pink and blue person. I am on my 3.0 account. Yeah. Good times. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. Oh, do I have mods in here? I don't even know if I've modded anybody up on this account. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. I am looking for Trump voters to talk to. Hit the guest request and come on up. I don't know if I have mods. Yeah, okay. Val's a mod. I think maybe make sure Matria's got mod powers. Yes, okay. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. I am looking for Trump voters and Trump voters only to talk to. Okay, she's a mod. I don't have any mods, as many mods on here as I do in my other one. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I am No, 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 no. Who is that? Can you turn your TV down?
What's up, terrorist? How come Democrats are domestic, Chair?
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm not restarting. If I get kicked, I get kicked. I'm fucking done. I don't even care anymore. Literally. Trying to log into my 4.0 account, can't log into my 4.0 account. I don't know what's happening. So I'm over it. After the train wreck that was yesterday. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come up and talk. It's a little multi-guest button down the bottom. It's the pink and blue person right to the right of your comment box. Just hit that button and request up. Oh, Mr. Logic yesterday. Woo! Good. Woo! Yesterday was bad. This is crazy. I can't stop platforming MAGA. I'm here for conversations with Trump supporters. That's my whole entire platform. This is my only source of income is by y'all guys' donations. So if you don't have any conversation, nobody's going to sit here and watch me talk to myself. So unfortunately, I have to have MAGA. I promise you I would never talk to them again as long as I lived if I could get away with it. Can you turn your TV down, please?
Whose TV?
You. Paisley?
I'm just getting threatened by your people, and I haven't even said anything yet.
What do you mean threatened?
Oh, I've already been called a fascist. I've already been told to get into the box.
Well, if you voted for him, the shoe fits. Those aren't threats, by the way. Oh, the campfire is so cute. Thank you. Yeah, that's a threat. You should have been here yesterday to see what threats I got yesterday. Those were actual threats, like FBI level threats. Okay? Don't come on here talking to me about threats. When I had my life threatened yesterday. Twice, exactly. And worse, or and others, but yeah, yesterday was bad. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button, come on up. If you guys would like to help oh, that's so cute. If you guys would like to help support my live, I really would appreciate it. I don't know how long I'm going to be up. I mean, well, I won't say that. But if you guys would like to support my live, if everybody that's in here sent $1 or $2 to my Cash App, that would probably be enough that I would need for today. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be up. But if you want to support my live, I'd really appreciate it. Cash App and Venmo's Diavatalks on the yellow banner. Paisley, yes, I'm begging. I'm begging. Please, for the poor. For the poor. No, I said if you'd like to support my live. That's not begging. Begging for money, why not work? This is work. This is my job. My followers pay me to be here every day by giving me donations. It's a job. I'm educating, I'm entertaining. It's a job. You don't like it? Who cares? Jealousy is not cute. Hey, Paisley, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
54 from New Jersey.
So what do you think about the constitutional crisis we found ourselves in?
Which constitutional crisis are we in?
The one where the president of the United States is violating a court order from the Supreme Court and from another federal judge. So he has cleared the checks and balances of our democracy.
Elaborate.
A federal judge told Donald Trump he violated the First Amendment by barring AP News from being in the White House press pool, and he was ordered to let them back into the White House press pool. And when they showed up yesterday to cover the White House press pool, he wouldn't let them in, violating the judge's order. And then the Supreme Court, and then it's awesome for the president to be a dictator. That sounds perfect.
He has the right to decide who's
No, he does not.
Yes,
He does not. Tell me in the Constitution. Tell me in the Constitution where he can ignore the courts.
Stop right there. Do not. The First Amendment covers the freedom of the press, sir.
Correct.
The First Amendment is our most founding amendment. He does not have the right to tell the press corps they cannot come to the White House. That is not a thing in this country.
It's not his press pool, and it's not his house. It's our house. It's our freedom of the press.
Not his.
He's a squatter.
How's he a squatter? He was voted in. How's that squatting? Come on. How's it squatting?
I'm not going down that realm. I'm telling you right
go
now,
down that road.
do not mess with the First Amendment, because that's exactly what that is. Freedom of the press is the foundation of this country.
But if the press is corrupt, he's going to read out.
There's no such thing as a corrupt press. If you want to talk about Fox News parroting Russia propaganda,
Sir, the AP is the oldest and most respected news agency in the world.
According to
the world.
Okay. Well, guess what? The world isn't always right.
but Donald Trump is, huh? All the time. He's the only one that knows the truth, huh?
If they're going to report fake news,
They haven't reported anything
What?
fake news. There's
Paisley?
You can go look up on the AP that has been found unfactual.
Paisley, do you know why? Do you know the specific reason why that Donald Trump kicked them out of the press pool? Do you know why? If you don't, just say no. Don't make something up.
I'm sure
No,
you'll
no.
tell me.
I know. I'm asking you if you know.
Tell me your made-up interpretation.
I'm not making anything up. I'm telling you what happened. Do you know what happened? If not, say no.
No, I don't.
Okay. They wrote an article and they said they used the Gulf of Mexico. And he told them to change it to the Gulf of America. And they said no, because they're an international publication, and the rest of the world still calls it Gulf of Mexico. So they're not going to change it because they have an international audience. All they did was not say Gulf of America instead of Gulf of Mexico, and that's what they did. They weren't spreading lies. They weren't telling a fake story. It wasn't fake news. It wasn't fake news.
Gulf of Mexico.
Well, according to Trump,
No, sir. It is
Yes.
the Gulf of Mexico.
It's still the Gulf of Mexico to the rest of the world. Yes.
Yeah, only the waters that are considered American waters is all he can rename the Gulf of America. That's it.
And that's the only reason. So it wasn't a fake news story. It wasn't fake news. It wasn't any of those things. It's because they didn't bend to his will of calling it Gulf of America. That's very fascist, dictatorish, isn't
Guess
it?
where they're not?
Sir, that's not
They're
how
not
that
in the
works.
White House.
That's
And
not
let's see
how
how
that
long it
works,
takes.
sir.
But
That's not
isn't it
how
how
that
it's
works. No,
but
sir.
isn't it how it's
The
going?
minute you-
Flash
the minute
goal.
This country starts telling
Isn't
the
it
press,
how it's going?
no, sir. The minute that this country starts telling the press that they cannot do that, we have then become fascist.
Yep.
And then what they called you down below that you were crying about a minute ago becomes absolutely true.
Correct.
This is not a government. This is not a government-ran press corps. This is a free press.
Not anymore.
So, sir, take your fascist ass and move out of the country.
That's what he wants. He wants a dictator. That guy wants a dictator. And a lot of Republicans do.
Ruled by the Constitution.
A lot of MAGA do. They want a dictator. They love it. They're eating it up. For those of you who are saying it's frozen, it's not. So scroll up and come back. But it's not frozen for me.
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, I'm not frozen. Let me go through some thank yous really quick. Anthony, thank you for the $25 Venmo. Before you're booted by these fools, here's a donation to your mental health and cocktail hour later tonight. Thank you, Jesus Christ. You know I'm going to need it. One more second. Ria, thank you for the $5. You never have to beg. We always support you for constantly speaking truth to power and standing up for other communities. Thank you, Ria. That was really kind of you. Janera, thank you for the $20. Just a little help for my friend. Thank you so much. You guys are so incredibly generous. I appreciate you so much. Mandolin. Oh, okay. By the way, you're Mandolin in the chat. Got it. MAGA isn't sending their best these days. A bunch of derps.
Hey, World Cutter, why don't you come up here and we'll talk about this in Google?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if you get an IP, sir, excuse me, if you get a VPN and say you're in any other country other than the U.S., Google says it's the Gulf of Mexico.
Correct. Sean, thank you for the $2 Cash App. Lisa, thank you for the $4. 2 for me and 2 for Paisley. Fluffy, thank you for the $1. Robert, thank you for the $10. Oh, the wet spot. Oh, Paisley's a snowflake. Thank you. Teach and Inspire. Thank you for the $20 for me and 10 others. Thank you so much. You guys are so incredibly kind to me. Anna, thank you for the $10 for your unbelievable patience. And Alexandria, thank you for the $3. I guess you begged me for this donation. LOL. Thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate your support. I truly do. It means the world to me. Thank you.
And the Gulf of SpaceX is actually more true. There is plenty of their parts.
Oh, there's debris all over the Gulf down here. All right, guys, we need 2 more goats for the flash goal up there. 2 more goats. 1 more for that little flash goal that they do. Yay! Thank you. You guys rock. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come on up. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, no, he's going after CBS, CNN, and 60 Minutes.
He's going after everybody because he doesn't like the stories they wrote about him. Oh, boo-hoo. Grow a pair. Wah, wah. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come up. With over 700 people in here, you know there's Trump voters in here. So either you are ashamed of your vote or you don't know how to defend this. I'm guessing it's the latter. Because we've reached beyond the point of any type of normalcy, and we are so incredibly close to 1930s Germany. I mean, we've got our Gulag, we've got our Auschwitz that's in, El Salvador. So we're right on the way.
Yeah, Mama Miller Whitfield at the House passed today. I mean, I actually haven't looked. I just got off.
Was it the 1526 where it's a bill that says that federal judges can't go against the Trump administration?
Oh yeah, that'll never get through.
It'll never make it through the Senate. Yeah.
And then even if it does, and he signs it, that'll go to the courts.
Oh yeah.
That's craziness. That's nuts.
Can you imagine?
It's
it's the three co-equal branches of government. You could not
Yeah.
write a more unconstitutional law.
This is crazy. Crazy. It's so ridiculous. We do pay for each prisoner there, $20,000 per prisoner. We've already given them $6 million. So our taxpayer dollars are being paid to El Salvador to put them in a concentration camp. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm lying. Come up here, Benjamin. What am I lying about? Oh, you have no. It's okay. Benjamin only has 4 followers. Nobody cares what he has to say.
Yeah, I don't know who Sergio is.
I bet they're still waiting for their Doge check too. If Elon wants to find some waste, fraud, and abuse, they could start with the money that we're paying El Salvador to kidnap people and traffic them over there. How about we start with that? Rhea, your remark just made me choke. That was funny. What is it? 5 trillion the Democrats in their pocket and friends' pocket? What the fuck are you even talking about? You're not even speaking English. Or at least not proper sentence structure, because nobody knows what the hell that means.
$5 trillion. Good luck with that. I don't even think you understand math.
You don't know how much 5 trillion is then, apparently. Tell Vlad hello. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. Exactly, Rhea. They're all like that.
The last person that cost us $5 trillion in actuals and 5 is $8 trillion. That would be Donald J. Trump.
Yeah. Say hello to Vladimir. You Russian bot. Hi, Kim. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. If you haven't, this is my 3.0 account.
Somebody wrote 5 trillion is almost the number of kids Elon has. Holy shit.
How many kids Elon has? Oh my God.
And that was funny.
Yeah, this is my 3.0 account, Ari. Ari, you're my agency rep. Do you cover me on my 2.0, my 3.0, or do I have to sign a agency agreement with you for each account? Thank you, Chromie, for the I love you. Each account is separate? Okay, great. So I have no agency for 2.0 and no agency for 3.0. So I need to get that over to Ari, I think. This is crazy. Oh, the puppy kisses. Oh my God, they're so cute. Yes, we're on 3.0 today. My 2.0 is in a 24-hour timeout. This is nuts. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button, please. And thank you. Let me look. Okay, let's do this. Oh, look at the bunny. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. I love the new spring ones. Those are so cute. The picnic. Oh, thank you. There's some cute spring ones. For anybody who wants to send me gifts, send me some of the new spring ones because they're cute.
Yeah, the camping one is awesome.
Yeah, the camping one's so cute. Rain, did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not, but I have a very important question for you. Do you think the SAFE Act will pass the Senate?
No.
No, I think it's going to get put back down to the House.
Oh my God, thank you. I love you guys.
Thank you.
Are awesome. I follow you. I watch you all the time.
Thank
This is
you.
my first time ever up here, and I just want to say both of you, you just are amazing on how much you know and how informed you are, and
Thank
how
you.
much you get the how can I say this nicely? Beat the crap out of those MAGA assholes.
There you go. You said it perfectly. Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it, Rain. Oh, there's the campfire.
The campfire, that thing was awesome.
I know, they're so awesome. Thank you, Rain. I appreciate the kind words. I really, really do. I don't think that they'll pay. I don't think the Senate will do the paid. The SAVE Act.
The only bad thing about the campfire is it's bright enough you can't see who's in it.
I know. Oh, there it is. Oh, who was it? Sylvia?
It's like
Sylvia. There we go. The camping. It's so cute.
Sylvia.
The campfire. Def Jams at the campfire.
Yes.
Olga, thank you for the camping. They're so cute. You guys are awesome. Thank you. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. James, thank you for the $50 Venmo. Hey, my friend, this is what you get. Cha-ching, cha-ching, when those dumbass MAGA crybabies said that you just begged for money. Just keep hating MAGA. We will always have our Queen Diava's back. Just so that we can. Thank you, James. I appreciate you. W's in the chat for all the gifters. You guys have been incredibly generous today. Thank you so much. I genuinely, truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I literally couldn't do this every day without you. Oh, the camping. Thank you, Rick. These are so cute. Hey, Val's getting gifted up. Val's getting gifted up over here. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I'm not taking friendlies for about another 40 minutes. And then in about 40 minutes, I'll be bringing up anybody. Friendlies.
Oh, the campfires are so cool.
The campfires are really, really cool.
And so is the camping ground too. I mean, these are really cool gifts that they've done this time.
They have. They're cute.
So every time they update them, they do something cooler. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you guys for your generosity today. And thank you for hanging with me now that we're over here on 3.0. There's another campfire. They're so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the... Oh, thank you, Tara. Oh, my goodness. They're coming fast and furious. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Thank you. Oh, Val got a campfire. A camping.
Camping, yeah, that thing was cool.
These are so cute. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Oh, Val got one from... Oh, Sylvia gave you one. Oh, you're just... Look at you racking it up, boy. You had 1,000 last time I said something. Now you're almost at 3,500.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Oh, my goodness.
Got some lights.
You guys are awesome.
I don't know if Jim's at work or not. Jim may.
She was yesterday. Yeah. So she might be in the office today. When she's in the office, when she works from home, she joins, but when she's in the office, she can't, obviously.
But if y'all missed her this morning in Zeus's live, you missed something.
Oh.
Because she went bold. She went full Jim in Zeus's live this morning.
On who?
They brought her up after, I don't know if you remember Red Lady Red.
Oh, yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, they brought her up after Red Lady Red, and then and Jim had plenty to say.
Oh, I'm sure. That's awesome.
I've never seen, and I'm being honest, I've never seen somebody get so cooked ever.
That was awesome. If you guys voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Come up. Let's have a conversation. Don't be scared. Stay. Yes, all of my videos should be all of my past lives are all on YouTube.
Is that what you're doing? You're just sending the recording over to YouTube?
No, I'm live on YouTube as we speak.
Oh, you're live on YouTube,
so it automatically records it and keeps it on there. Because Nisi Rose on here, she is 3 hours behind in California, and so sometimes she can only watch part of my live. So she goes back later in the evening and starts over and watches it from the beginning. So they're all on YouTube.
There's not too much to spill, guys. If you want to see it, Zeus does the same thing. He puts his lives over on YouTube.
Right. It probably is over there too. Yep. I don't know if Zeus records his live, but I'm assuming he does, right?
Yeah, he records it. He puts his lives on YouTube. Same thing. Probably you can just go look up Zeus and
Yeah.
or hip hop artist Zeus or however he puts it, and then you can go over there. Now I don't know. This ended up on Mr. Crossing, so it may not be.
Oh, Mr. Crossing, because he was on his backup.
Yeah, he was on Mr. Crossings when this happened, so I don't know if that'll make it. But he said he might find a way to get that over there, and she was the very last person on the line.
I usually watch Zeus in the morning. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Like, literally nobody's requesting up. This is crazy. I know with over 700 people in there, there's got to be Trump voters in here. They're just not coming up. Yes, I'm on my 3.0 account.
I know, I heard that.
Yeah.
Do you need a kitten palate cleanser, Diavatalks?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get one. Okay, hold on.
Yes, a kitten palate cleanser, yes. Oh, hey, Jude, you wrote a song for Zeus, too? Oh, that's so cool.
Ma'am, stop yelling at me. Mama's not happy. Hold on.
Oh, you have kittens. Oh, my God, they're so little. Oh, those are babies. Come look at the baby kitties. Hold on, my son's coming over to look real quick. You're not going to be on camera. I got her on the big screen. Look at the little itty bitty babies. Oh, his mama's. Oh my God, it's so cute. Oh. How many do you have?
I have 6 and Mama in my she shed. I'm fostering these little babies. You say hi, Mama?
Oh, his mama's upset that you have her baby.
Yeah, she's starting to trust me now, so she hangs out with me while I'm working. But this is, it's a mixed litter, so I have 2 kittens that are 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks old, and then the rest are about 2 to 3 weeks. But they were taken from a hoarding situation. There were 6 mamas, a total of 34 kids, like cats.
Oh.
So yeah, this is my 3rd year fostering animals. But mainly I take kitties. These are the youngest babies I've taken. Okay, I know, I'm sorry.
Oh,
little baby.
So sweet.
Yeah, one is completely white, and I think it's a little boy, so. Yeah, I foster animals, guys, so if you are looking to foster a cat, and you want to adopt one from a future congressperson, in Tennessee. Hi, baby, I know. Let me put her back. Okay, Mama, I put her back.
Oh, baby. That was so cute. Thank you for sharing. See, I know there was a bunch of Trump supporters in here. There's over 700 something people in here. And when you brought up the cats, like 50 people left. So you know that they were Trump supporters. They were just sitting in the comment section, not saying nothing.
They don't like cats because cats teach them about consent, and they don't know what consent is. I'm just saying.
You're not wrong. I'm making news
in my local area because I went to a protest. I actually posted the video of that protest, but I annoyed a lot of Trump supporters in my district, referring to schmazzies and punching them. And there were a couple of comments in the news article where they're like, "Not all Republicans are schmazzies." I was like, "But all schmazzies are Republicans."
No lies detected. I mean,
I was like, "Call a spade a spade."
Tis what it is.
On my account, just being like.
So the confirmation, Mitri, is that Jim's clip is on YouTube on Zeus's account.
Okay. That's awesome.
I think that they've been scared in every live that I've been in recently. You can't get them to come in.
No. No, I have the hardest time. I have the hardest time getting Trump voters up to watch. I mean, to come up and talk, because either they usually crash out before we get to any meaningful conversation anyway. Like they just come out. I mean, this guy was up here, and I said, "Can you provide me proof?" Because they're now saying Abrigo Garcia was human trafficking. Well, Caroline Levitt made that up today. She's the only person who's ever said he had anything to do with human trafficking. That's never been a charge that's ever been brought up. It's never been alleged by the government. Absolutely nothing has been said. She made that up during the press conference today, or that's their new thing. And so I told him, I said, yeah, I need you to go find me a source where he was charged with human trafficking or anything like that. He's like, oh, shut up, you bitch. Go make me a sandwich. And I mean, just reverts right back to misogyny the moment that you call them out on anything. And then he just crashed out.
I love a good crash out. I need it in my life.
I mean, he was actually, Abrigo Garcia was actually the one who was trafficked. He was kidnapped, trafficked to the gulag.
In the end of all this, I'm pretty sure we're going to find out something bad. And then be over and beyond that with people like Carol Levitt. In the end of all this, they're going to make that woman a very, very wealthy woman in all this.
Yeah, they are.
This is nuts. I mean, if Donald Trump was able to get back Andrew Tate and his brother from Romania, how come he can't get Abrigo Garcia back from El Salvador when him and Bukele are supposedly buddies? And if he's such a strong man and he's going to take over Greenland and take Panama, and he's going to do that, why can't he tell the El Salvador president, you need to give us this guy back?
Yeah, I mean, somebody asked me this morning, well, what can you do? I said, you know what? You pull the $6 million.
Exactly. We're paying to house them.
Yeah, you pull the $6 million. That'd be the first step. You know, I bet at that point they'd send them back. And they go, well, yeah, but if they don't send them back, what do you do then? Then I said an F-16 flies over.
Send the Navy SEAls, whatever you got to do. But that's what we would do if they had hostages or something of ours. So it's like, go get them.
Well, there was a video of them saying like they're not going to bring it back, like that he's not coming back. It was one of Trump's people. I can't remember who said it, but Matt.
Actually, the president of El Salvador said that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He said, "I'm not releasing him. He ain't coming back." And at that point, that would have been when $6 million would have gone away. And you know, the next step is a plane. You don't want to know what comes after that.
If he's such a strong man and everyone fears him, why isn't he using his leverage? I think it's because me personally, and this is my opinion, and this is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I don't think he's with us anymore, and they can't bring him back, which is why they're fighting so hard.
That's my fear too.
Yeah.
I feel like the reason why they're like, nope, we're not bringing him back. That's it. Nope, we're not bringing, because they can't.
Yeah. Or he's in such bad condition.
Right, and he's gonna talk.
Because, like, I mean, you know, they wouldn't be fighting this hard if he was in good health or if he was still alive. Because they know.
I mean, that's my fear.
Yeah, I mean, I believe you're both right, because this is the thing. If he'd have just brought him back, complied with the court, it'd have been easy. You could have said, hey, we had somebody made a mistake, blamed it on somebody else.
Blame it on administrative consent, whatever, yeah. Blame it on a paperwork error, whatever, however you want to say face. But
he's Trump, and I still believe this to this day, and Steve and I disagree on this. I think Trump's a micromanager. He knows exactly what he's doing, and he can't even push off the blame. And like, maybe not as much as he used to be, because he's definitely degrading, but I do think that he does not like pushing off the blame unless he can control that whole narrative.
correct.
Which he could do in this first administration. Now he can't do it. It's a lot harder for him to do it because we're all watching him like a hawk.
Why would we blame Biden? Biden has literally nothing to do with this.
Oh, God.
Superman Superman Kent, if you're a Trump voter, come up here and talk to us because unless you're just saying he would blame Biden. Oh, you're joking. Okay.
I mean, yeah, he would.
I don't think any of us in here know what Zeus's YouTube name is. Everyone keeps asking ad nauseum what his YouTube name is so they can find him. I do not know.
Zeus Triple H.
Is it Zeus? Or go to Zeus's TikTok and look in his bio. I'm sure it's in there.
Yeah, it's Zeus Triple H.
Okay, because I have no idea. Oh my goodness. Could you hear that laugh? Yes, that was my daughter. She's playing Roblox or games or whatever with her friend. Her best friend had to flee Florida and they went to Illinois because her brother is transgender, and DeSantis put a bill down here several years ago that if anybody in the family was transitioning, that they could take all the kids in the household away. So the mom packed up and they fled Florida. And so now they play with each other over the internet, like over Zoom, and they must be having a ball.
It sounds like me when I play my video games to let off steam.
She plays Sims, she plays Roblox, they play all kinds of stuff, but that's how they're able to, it's kind of sad that at 11 years old, that's how she has to play with her friends. But, when you have a dictator-esque person in Florida, you gotta,
Gotta do the thing.
You gotta do your thing.
I used to do it when we moved around. My parents moved us around a lot, so I would have to call my friends who lived in other states because I missed them or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd love to play video games with them.
I told her, I said, you're so fortunate because I'm Gen X. So when school was out or if your friend moved, unless you got each other's addresses and you wrote each other literal letters to keep in touch, and our parents, there was no way our boomer parents would let us make a long distance phone call because you got to pay for every minute. So you had to write letters. And if you lost touch with your friends, you just lost that friend forever. They're just gone.
Yeah, I lucked out because my parents had to pay for long distance calling anyways because they're for English family, and my mom, the family that she lived in is in Spain when she was a child, and then when she was at university. And so, I lucked out because I could call them. But it's still, it's exactly that. I had to call because I had long distance calling.
Yeah, Upstate Reeb said they would barely give us stamps. Exactly. We couldn't even get our boomer parents to give us a stamp. They're like, that's 20 cents.
Exactly.
But it's really funny. In high school, I had a pen pal. We had a whole group of German exchange students that came to my high school. And I made friends with this one guy named Dirk. And so when my family, and we became pen pals after that, we'd write back and forth. And I told him I was going to Germany because my brother got stationed in Germany, and then my family was going over there for, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request if you have questions for us, but we're not going to answer questions in the comment section. If you want to ask a question and you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm just telling a story because there's no Trump supporters requesting. And so anyway, so we go to Germany and he's like, okay, well then we have to meet up. So we met up in Germany and spent the whole day with his family. He took us to the Nürburgring, which is the racetrack where the Porsches race. And my dad's a huge car guy, so he took us down in the pits and everything because it was really, really quite an experience. We went to all these different castles, super fun. We stayed in touch for several years after that. But then after I got married and, after, you're having kids, you quit writing. And I just found him, well, not just, I guess it was about 3 or 4 years ago. But mind you, I was talking about high school. I went to Germany when I was 18. I'll be 53 next month. It's been a few years. I found him on Facebook. I don't ever go on Facebook anymore. But I found him on Facebook. I one day out of the blue, I'm like, I'm just gonna search for his name. And I found him and I private messaged him and I'm like, hey, did you come to my school? Were we pen pal friends? Back in the day, he's like, oh my God, yes. And So we got chit chatting, and it was funny because I have twins, and he's like, I just had twins, and so we had all this like similarities. It was really cool, but we reconnected after all these years, which was pretty cool.
I love that. Yeah, I've reconnected with some people I went to elementary school with, because I went to elementary school in Texas and in Georgia, and it was so funny. I was on a work trip like a couple years ago now, and we were in New Orleans, and I was walking down Bourbon Street, and I saw someone that I went to middle school and elementary school with in Georgia, and I stopped and screamed her name, and my coworkers was like, "You recognize someone you went to elementary school and like middle school?" And I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Were you really close with her?" I was like, "No." I was like, we hung out in similar groups.
Right.
Like, we took a picture and everything, and she's an actress in Atlanta.
Oh, that's
she's
funny.
been on like a lot of commercials and stuff. But like, it was just super cool seeing her. We like posted each other's pages, and like all of her friends that she stayed in contact with, like, look, it's Victoria, and you know, it's kind of cool now because like, now that I'm running for Congress, I get text messages of people driving down through my district, and they saw my
and they see your pictures.
They see my billboards, and like, oh my god, it's so real.
I did that on a cruise. I was on a cruise, and I ran into somebody I went to high school with on a cruise. And I'm like,
oh, I've done that too.
I'm like, oh my, I mean, like how we ended up on the exact same boat at the exact same time. Like some of that it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, I went. I was still a kid, and we went to the Bahamas. I couldn't have been more than like 10 or 11, and I was playing like on the beach with my brothers, and this lady comes out of nowhere, and she's like, "Victoria," and I was like, "Who are you? Like, who's this crazy woman like talking to me?" She was like, "I live in your neighborhood. I see you at the pool every summer," and I was like, "Oh." She's like, "Where are your parents?" And I was like, "Over there." She walked over, like, drinks in hand, and like they had like a little chat and whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, we see your daughter at the pool all the time. That's why."
Oh my word.
I lived at the pool when I was a kid. I lived.
Val, could you take over for just a second? I have to run to the restroom really fast. Okay.
Yes.
If there's any Trump voters,
in Tennessee.
if there's any Trump voters who want to come up and talk, please hit the guest request. I haven't either.
Yeah, for those who are asking, I'm running for Congress in Tennessee's District 4, running in 2024, got that federally. I'm running again in 2026. I've already announced the only thing that I have to do is pull a petition come the spring of next year. But everything else is set, so if you want to see what I've done, you can just click on this and go head over and see, vet me, support me, do the thing. If you can donate a little bit. Today is donate $4.15, and I will write you a thank you note. Oh, do we need another kitten?
Oh no, yeah, get another kitten apparently.
Let me get another kitten. Hold on.
But for everybody who watch Victoria's videos, if you don't know who she is, she's been around this app for a while, and she's very good at what she does, and she does the work. That's what's important.
Yeah. Do the work, and this little baby. I know you got a little eye crusty.
Okay, I'm back.
We got another kitten.
Oh, we got another kitty. Hold on, I gotta get up on the.
Kittens were requested.
This little baby. They've got little eye crusties right now, so I'm treating them.
Okay.
Little baby.
Sweet baby kittens.
Yeah, my little talker. This is the one that's white with a little gray spot on his little head. These are my foster babies. I know, Mama. I know.
How old are they? They look really young.
Yeah, so this one is one that's like 2 to 3 weeks old, maybe a little bit older. And then the other ones are a week and a half to 2 weeks old. Let me grab a smaller one so you guys can see the difference. I know. This is the baby. Here. No, you're not the baby. Okay, so size-wise, so this one's the older one, and you can see this one's a little bit younger, and the ear's a little flatter.
Aww.
So like this one's just a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
The ears. You can tell a lot by their ears when they're babies like this. Now their eyes have opened. They weren't open
when you got them.
This one, his eyes weren't open last week when I picked them up. I know.
They're so
They're
adorable.
super sweet. I know.
What cities?
This is the most I've ever had.
Oh, really? What cities does District 4 encompass? Somebody was asking.
The biggest city is Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, I'll put it
Oh my gosh, I have family that lives in Murfreesboro.
Well, when you come to my district, we'll hang out and grab drinks.
Absolutely. I was like, I have family in Murfreesboro.
Yeah. I don't touch any major cities. Murfreesboro is the biggest city, but that's where MTSU is. So yeah, that's the biggest county in my district, and it like pulls in shirts. I think I got 55,000 votes just in Rutherford County alone, and the other 30 were made up from the rest of the district. So it's a big district.
That's awesome. My best friend used to live in Murfreesboro too. Jeanette in the comment section said she just donated $10.
Thank you. I will go look at that and get you a thank you note off the mail. I need to get back on my thank you note thing. I'm doing it. I work in Murfreesboro. That's awesome. Do you live in the area? BP 72? If you do, you have to come and meet me.
I hope the judge is weighing holding the Trump administration in contempt. Did you see what they filed today? The attorney for the government for DOJ went in front of the judge, didn't give them any update because they're supposed to be getting updates on like his whereabouts and well-being and all that. They didn't give anything, but they also said that if he did show up at a port of arrival, that the Department of Homeland Security would then deport him to another country. That because he belongs to MS-13, he no longer has protected status, and they'll send him to a different country. They literally told the judge that today, in writing.
I despise this administration.
In writing.
Who's involved in that statement?
This is crazy.
My nephew is the former Smyrna city clerk. Smyrna is in my district. That's awesome.
Smyrna. That's where my best friend lived. She lived in Smyrna, but Murfreesboro was where it's my ex-husband's cousins, but his family's still my family. Me and him were together 23 years, and so we kind of all grew up together, and so his family is still my family, and they're the most wonderful people. And
that's great.
Yeah, so I still call them my family, my cousins, because they'll always be. Me and him might have gotten divorced, but I don't have to divorce the whole family. But yes, is it Von Haller or Von Hollen in the Senate or one of the House? I can't remember which one, but Senator, Representative, whatever, said that if Fabrício Garcia wasn't back this week, he was going down to El Salvador himself.
Good.
Yep, he's like, I'm not, and I think even Jasmine Crockett and some of the others said they were going to go with him. So I think that there's a few of them that are going to go down there, and absolutely.
Well, there's, I don't know if you guys have seen the Unfuck America tour. I'm trying to get them to come to Tennessee, but also maybe go along. I'd love to dog walk some of Trump's little friends. I just want to end up on Trump's eat shit list. That's my goal.
We do need proof of life. I 100% want a proof of life.
Agree.
100% think we should have a proof of life.
Here's the thing. It will be one of two things with this. They will their proof of life will be like initial pictures they took.
Right.
And then when we get him back, he will not look like that.
Mm-mm.
Or he's not alive. Because I have the scene where in the Mockingjay in the Hunger Games series where PETA just slowly degrades, and they use original videos from when he first arrived in the Capitol, and then they start showing him as they've starved him and whatnot. I think that it will be something like that.
Yeah. And the reason when I was reading the Supreme Court ruling, they said in there that the reason he was given legal protective status is because El Salvador could not or would not protect him. Apparently, the MS-13 gang has actually been after him and his family for a lot of years, which saying he's part of that is wild. But even so, let me just ask a question. I'm going to play devil's advocate for just a second. And maybe not devil's advocate. Maybe that's not the right word. But is being in a gang illegal?
No, I mean.
Or just if they commit crimes?
So,
I mean.
Trump's a schmatzy, so and he hangs out with known schmatzies.
I mean, it's not illegal to be in a gang, right? I mean, is that a legal statute? Is that a legal violation? Just to be a member?
Not to my knowledge.
I mean, I personally think that the Proud Boys are a gang. The Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, I think all of those people are a gang.
Oh, Homer, come up and say it to my face, baby boy. Come up here, say it to my face. Trump's a schmatzy. If you have a problem with that, maybe not all Republicans are schmatzies, but all schmatzies are Republicans. Come up and say it to my face.
I do not condone MS-13. That's not a point of what I'm saying. There's motorcycle gangs, right? Are they all criminals too?
Mm-hmm. There are police officers who are in gangs. There was a comment about the tattoos. As someone who is tattooed and got a new tattoo recently, yeah, I also am worried about it. What's the comment about?
Okay, Homer, you're you're being muted now in the comment section. The only way you're gonna be able to talk is if you come up here and talk, because you have your invites off, so I can't invite you up. So hit the guest request and come up and let's talk.
We caught one.
Don't be scared.
I bet he's scared to take on.
Oh, look at his name is homophobic. If you say his first and last name, he's homophobic, probably. That's
nice play on words. I bet you're not that smart.
Or you could just request to come up and remove all doubt.
Yeah, please come up and remove all doubt. Yeah, come here and tell me how stupid I am. Tell me that I'm divorced, that I'm a weird cat lady. I want to hear that today. I just want to call my husband after you tell me that too. Because we literally talk shit about people who say that to me.
Come on, Homer.
He's not going to do it. He doesn't have the testicular fortitude.
No, he does not. He doesn't.
I bet Homer thinks that vaccines cause,
things, yeah.
And stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's great.
They have no courage. They just come in. I don't even call them keyboard warriors anymore. I call them keyboard abusers, because all they did come in and just write some stupid shit. But never want to come up in the box. Just come in and spew shit everywhere.
I bet he looks. Why would it matter? What beard? Come up here and say it. If you want to not get vaccinated, I wholly support you Oregon trailing your way out of this world.
Yeah, you have dysentery. Oopsie. You went alive with dysentery.
Yeah. Oregon trail your way. Tell me how that goes for you. Buy extra alcohol while you're at it.
If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button, guys. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request.
I said that on a Facebook post, and a lot of people really enjoyed me telling people to Oregon trail themselves out of this world.
Is Homer still? Let's see. Is Homer still in here? Let's see if Homer's still in here. Homer, where are you, boo?
He probably ran.
As soon as we muted him, he couldn't just spew his nonsense. He probably.
Say it with your full chest.
Come on up, Homer.
There was another one who was commenting on the,
Oh, the wet beard or whatever.
The wet beard dude. Wet beard, come up here and say it to my face. Now, explain to me how vaccines are dangerous. I'd love for you in your armchair warrior doctorate.
And your Google degree.
Yeah, I love those Google degrees. You guys are disappointing, but not surprising.
No, nothing is surprising, truly. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go.
We got someone to do the schmonzi salute on a live that I was on one time. That was great. It was RJ's live.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that one too. I had somebody do it on mine, but he put his hand up. And I'm like, no, you got to do it. Because I make them turn their camera on. And he's like, yeah, hi. I'm like, that's not what he did.
Someone said chat GPT degree.
Bert said he probably voted for Biden. Bert, come on up here. If you voted for Trump, come up here. RJ works. RJ works at a hospital. He works a lot of hours. He can only go live usually on the weekends. And if he's working a weekend, then he'll go live during the week. But he doesn't have a consistent schedule when he goes live because he works at a hospital.
Oh, well, according to MAGA, I don't work. So
none of us do. Every one of them come up here and be like, well, I don't have time to look because I work. I'm like, everybody works.
I did come up with a sign this week for the protest that we have going on this weekend in my district. They say I'm gonna. Don't worry, I work my liberal job Monday through Friday because it's on a Saturday. So I just want to make sure that pictures and the protest pictures.
Well, yesterday.
Pete excess liver.
Oh yeah, Pete. That's our friend Opie. His original name was Wicked Opie, so we all know him as Opie. But he has an account, and it is so funny. He always comes up. He's like, "Yeah, I'm really working hard today," and all stuff. It's so funny. His account's hilarious. He's so funny.
It was like when McAngry had a bunch of body parts floating around this app for a little bit.
That's so funny. You work your black job Monday through Sunday.
Love it.
What's official now? We officially have a dictator. Because once he defied the Supreme Court, all the three branches of government have been ignored. And he has decided that he's above everyone else. So we officially have our very first dictator. So if you voted for the dictator, go ahead and hit the guest request and come on up.
Come up and say we get full tracks.
I did have somebody here today. You love that? Okay, comrade. Oh, you only have 6 followers. Nobody gives a shit what you have to say. Or you'd have more people following you. I had a guy up earlier and he's like, yeah, good. Don't let him. Good. I'm glad. He's not listening to sports. I'm like,
I was on MS Live yesterday and this dude told me he donated to Germany's AFD party.
Bert.
I was like, it's not Stasi. I'm sorry, what?
They are so far right. Bert, you've been muted in the comment section. The way you have a voice in here now is if you come up and talk to us. We're here for conversations, not for you to spout your nonsense in the comment section. So come up here and have a conversation.
CDC even states any vax can cause side effects. Yeah.
Yes, we know that, but not tisms.
Just for raw dog life.
Exactly.
If you want a raw dog life, I support that decision. But do it on your own time.
And not to your kids either.
Yeah.
I mean, Tylenol is more toxic than some vaccines, so.
Yeah, it's funny that they say that because it is a conversation and privilege because go to a cemetery and go walk around and see all the baby little crib
old babies. Yep.
Crap, monuments to children who just unalive because living was dangerous.
Yep. And you know how the Supreme Court revisited Roe v. Wade and then ended up overturning it? Can't they revisit his immunity?
Right. That would be nice. I think we're asking too much. Nobody
Everyone's feckless and scared of him.
Mhm.
But if they can revisit Roe v. Wade, they need to revisit that fucking immunity and be like, okay, you're taking it too far.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing, guys.
They created the
When this
monster.
all shakes out, and we, take back democracy, because that will happen. Because Trump's going to run the country right into the ground. What we have to do is hold every single Republican accountable.
Yep.
Do not let them run from this. They are not allowed. This is not post-Civil War or second Civil War, because I call the American Revolution the first Civil War. Our second Civil War, they don't just get a free pass. We need to make sure that they are held accountable. No different than post-World War II Germany. And no one is allowed to walk away from this, because I guarantee you every single Republican politician is going to run as far as they can from this, and they're going to go straight to Russia or Argentina to try and get away from it. No, you don't get away from this. I will not forget. I am not above it. Not at all.
Absolutely not. Just like the Nuremberg trials, when they said just because I was just following orders, didn't cut it. So these people that are snatching these people off the streets just because they've been ordered to ain't gonna cut it.
Yeah, Democrats that aren't showing, like, not coming out, they hold them accountable too. I don't like conservatives.
Oh.
Look, I'm not trying to repeat this shit.
We have to take note of every single one of the Democrats that keeps voting with the Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was Democrats that voted with the Republicans for fucking the SAVE Act.
Stupid.
Just because he's like, well, we do want non-citizens not to be able to vote. I'm like, it's already a law. It's already in the Constitution. Non-citizens cannot vote. We don't need a redundant bill to say non-citizens can't vote. It's just dumb.
To get Trump to stop, I'm going to tell you guys all the same thing that I tell people when I'm speaking. It's on us.
Yes.
We have to make them so uncomfortable that they cannot function. It is time to sit in discomfort and make them sit in discomfort. If you feel scared and you feel like you need to back away from this, that is privilege. You need to lean in. We can unpack this in therapy in 4 years. But until then, I need you to buckle up, Buttercup. We in for a long ride.
That's what I said yesterday. And I was telling Val, I'm like, when do we get uncomfortable? Like, a lot of these rallies are on Saturday because a lot of people don't work on Saturday. And I'm like, there needs to be people in Washington, D.C. every fucking day. If you might have take a week of vacation, what if you lose your job? Or what are you willing to give up to save democracy and not be in a fascist state?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta have to be uncomfortable, or you're gonna be really fucking uncomfortable under a fascist dictatorship. We are so spoiled. We are so spoiled as Americans. We are so spoiled in our privilege, and we are so spoiled in our comfortability. Yeah, I'm gonna say we're just so spoiled in our comfortability in our microwave moments. Like, we want everything instant. I want everything instant. Like, we have instant microwaves, instant meals. They want everything fixed immediately. But you're gonna have to sacrifice something.
Here's the thing: we can do this. Generations before have suffered through worse things, suffered through bad things. We can do this. Our Black, brown, and Indigenous brothers and sisters have suffered through worse. It's time for all to get really uncomfortable. If you're worried about your children and how they're going to fare, start making provisions now. I hope for the best, plan for the worst. Start planning for the worst. Start doing the thing. And start getting ready to make them uncomfortable, because they are uncomfortable right now. And if we keep leaning in and putting pressure on them, it's why they're not up on this panel. They will not come up here because they know they picked the wrong side. They know they are not schmazzies. They know that they have done the wrong thing. And we need to lean in and shame the fuck out of them. You don't get, like the guy who I posted a video yesterday where he's upset because his small business is, suffering. But dude, have the day you voted for.
Yep.
You don't need to be coming on Oprah Winfrey's internet being like, I need help. No, suffer, so you get to suffer along with the rest of us. And if that seems cold-hearted and unempathetic, you know what? Hate that. I hate it.
Exactly.
But you know what? You voted for it.
Because you thought it was going to hurt other people. You didn't care if it hurt other people, but now that it's directly affecting you, now you're like, oh, poor me. Nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, the ones that regret it, the ones that are like, shit, I made a mistake. And I'm like, hey, what are you going to do about it? Vote in the midterms down ballot blue. Do those things. We do have to bring people on our side, but the MAGAs are never going to be those. They've dug their heels in deeper.
They're no different. They are going to hide. No different than the schmazzies that were brought over in Project Paperclip
Yep.
to Huntsville and Southern Tennessee and all that. They're going to hide, and they're going to do the exact same thing they've been doing for the last 75 years. They're not going to change. But what do we have to do? We have to change how we approach it. Stop them from being able to be shitty humans on this earth. You can be shitty in your own time, in your own house, behind closed doors. But once you step outside, you got to be a productive member of society, or we will handle you accordingly.
I say we go back to shaming people openly and in public. You witness somebody doing something or saying something, scream it right out loud. Why are you harassing them? Why? I'm like, call it out. They don't need to, they need to be shamed back into not being open Nazis and bigots and disgusting, racist, filthy human beings. We can't normalize it. Nelson, how are you doing, hon?
I'm doing okay, Diava. How are you, Victoria? And hi, Val.
Hello.
I was thinking. I know that when I joined the Marine Corps in 1966, I took an oath like everybody in the United States military has. And part of that oath was my commitment to fight for this country. And I will still fight for this country.
Thank you, Nelson. I know.
You heard how I said that. And I believe there's many of us that will fight for this country. Because we, first of all, we laid our lives down for it in the first place, and we will do it again. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Nelson.
Oh, wait a minute. One thing. I saw a TikTok this morning about this young lady at a town hall, a Republican town hall. She's white too, and she was making her point. And all of a sudden, here come three goons dressed like no badges, no identification, no nothing. Just dragged her out. And what pissed me off is that not a man in there got up to defend her.
I agree. Not a one. They just watched them all drag her out. Biden's getting ready to talk for the first time, so I'm going to listen to it. I think Joe Biden's about to talk for the first time since he left office. So I have it on MSNBC. So we'll listen to it once it actually comes on. But right now, they're still reporting. So.
Okay, that was what I had to get off my chest.
Thank you, Nelson.
But I sat here and watched that, and I was steaming.
Yeah, I know.
How you gonna sit there and let three men drag a defensive, drag her? Are you kidding me? Anyway.
I hear you. I'm frustrated. It's very frustrating. And I know that's not what you fought for in this country. I know why that hurts you so much. And I'm sorry that you have to witness this after your sacrifice.
You know, the thing that I look at it is this. When I joined the Marine Corps in 66, this country wasn't the best for people who look like me. Okay? But I went and did what I wanted to do for the country I grew up in, for the flag that I love. Hopefully, praying that it would eventually get better. And it has. Okay?
Yep.
But this, oh, no way. When the Supreme Court tells you to do something and you say, I'm not going to do that. The Supreme Court should revisit that immunity they gave him and take that crap right back quick, fast, hurry.
Absolutely. You better believe
Matt,
it.
you get ready to say something?
No, I was moving from my office to my living room.
Okay. Yeah, so that's about it, Diab. I've been on here almost the afternoon with you.
Thank you so much.
You only had 2 Republicans come up and they were 2 assholes.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
I hear you.
Nothing to say, nothing to back up, nothing.
Right.
You can chat to them, bring it out, write it, rob it right in stone. They still won't understand it.
Nope, they don't.
None of them.
You're correct. But thank you for coming up, Nelson. It was good to see you.
Oh, you know I'm gonna be with you.
I
You was
know.
telling us this was gonna happen. You was telling us this was gonna happen from the door. That's why I started listening.
I sure have. I've been telling them.
Since.
I told them all this was happening. It was in Project 2025. We told them what they were planning on doing. They're like, no. We tried to warn them.
Yeah, well, look now.
Exactly.
We never have a dictator. Okay, what's this? Oh, so there used to be 3 branches of the federal government. Now there's only 1.
Yeah, that's not it. But thanks for coming up, Nelson.
Okay, sweetheart. Have a good.
You too.
And see you later, Victoria and Val. Have a good one.
Of course. Thank you. Nelson's here every day. I just got a notice here. It says the federal government was just slammed in court by the federal judge for failing to facilitate the return of Kilmar Abreu Garcia. As a result, the next 2 weeks are going to be very busy for the Department of Justice as Judge Zinnes has ordered 2 weeks of intensive discovery. And they have said that they have shown no evidence. They've even asked for his release, which is what I said. He had the El Salvador president sitting right next to him. He could have looked at him and said, will you return him? And if he said no, being like, okay, we'll fly an F-16 over your prison tomorrow. I mean, like, if he's such a badass and everyone's so scared of Trump, why isn't he wielding his power? He never asked. All right, Boxer Mom, you said you had to come. You have to get off soon. I'm going to bring you up. Hopefully, your poem is quick because if Biden starts speaking, we're going to be listening. No offense, but he hasn't said a word since, and I really want to hear what he has to say.
Okay.
Go for it.
Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I was on the other side of the house. All right. Okay, this is a little different, but thought maybe we needed. It's called Inside the Globe. Jump right in, right into the squirrel. I apologize, Dan. That glinting globe you held up to the light. Shake it hard. Now let it fall. Let the flurries rise, and take a breath so deep you feel it in your bones. This is the future, not the one he sold you, not the grift and gold-plated ties, but the one we build with calloused hands and hopeful hearts. Look closer. You see the children not hiding under desks, but racing through sprinklers, laughing like thunder on summer nights. You see the tables full, plates heavy with food, eyes light with joy, no one rationing dreams, no one turned away at the edge of survival. The globe holds homes on every corner, doors wide open, lights always on, not for cameras, but for neighbors, for love, for life. Nature breathes here too. Rivers run clean, forests stretch tall like second chances. We walk trails hand in hand, not to protest, but to wonder, and to wonder, remember who we are. In this world, no one is less than. No one is the other. We're just us, flawed, human, trying, but finally free. So don't let anyone steal this vision. Not a grifter in a red hat, not the echo of hate in polished shoes, not the cynic who whispers, this is not how it works. I lost my place, Diava. I apologize. Hold on a second.
That's okay.
here. I hit my iPad, sorry about that. Because it can. It will. If we hold the globe close and never forget what we saw, a world not feared, but felt, not ruled, but shared, not broken, but blooming. Shake it again and watch the snow fall like blessings, and say it loud enough for every drilling heart to hear. This world is inside the snow globe. It isn't fantasy, it's a blueprint. It's waiting for all of us to believe hard enough, to build bold enough, to care loud enough, that no hate, no greed, no washed up tyrant can keep it from breaking through the glass. So breathe in and let your soul stretch out like it finally has room. Now shake it again, not to stir up the storm, but to scatter the light and remind yourself, we imagine this, now let's make it real.
Oh, that was good. I love all your writings. They're always so spot on.
Thank you. And sorry I was a little bit, out of breath. And I wasn't gonna bring this up, but then when Victoria said what she said about grace and such, I was going to bring it up, but not today. But I feel like it may be the right time, possibly. My husband and I, we try to do a PSA every year, as my nephew didn't make it, and he drowned, and it wasn't that he didn't know how to swim. And this is the time of year where please, everybody listen to this. It was a beautiful day to go fishing. It wasn't a beautiful day to be in the water, unfortunately. And he had extremely heavy clothing on because it was cold. Beautiful day, like I said, the water was probably in the 30s or 40s at that point. And he had coveralls on and boots. Okay? And it was a random thing that happens and the Rangers told us, like, it's just so weird how this happened.
I don't see.
But the transom, God knows how it worked. The boat ended up just splitting and capsizing straight up.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they can make it, right? But then the storm came rolling in all this at once, right? Where I'm going with this is, in that moment of struggle, nobody knew my other nephew that made it, and my brother-in-law that made it. That stripping your clothes down in that moment, he still may be here. And I think when people are in a panic like that, you don't know. But, excuse me, we didn't know, they had life jackets. They were not, they were only going a few feet to the next location. It was just, this is a 1 in 30 million chance. But what's not in a 1 in 30 million chance is someone being in the water with heavy weighted clothes. The first thing you need to do is get out of them. Because there is literally no buoyancy whatsoever. None. So, anyway, sorry, Diava, it's that time of year, where people need to be aware of it, because it was just 11 years a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
My husband and I and our family, we're on the list you never want to be on. But in honor of our nephew, it is our duty to go out and educate and be there, because some other family may not have to go through that. So if you're in that situation, please think of that first. Nobody gives a crap what you have on. They didn't have long, okay? They didn't have long. But he still may be here, because the two people that rescued my nephew and my brother-in-law got to them as they were going under, and they just saw Bailey go. So, if you think that something's not that far to the shore, it is. And where he didn't survive is that we found out later from the rangers, that is the number one spot when they have drownings in that lake, and it's deceiving on how far the shore is from that point.
Thank you. Thank you for that PSA. And thank you for the writing. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a good day.
I know you guys are screaming at me that Biden is on, but I can't find it, and I don't have PBS clearly because the only two PBS channels I had were showing BBC, and it wasn't Biden. So somebody said he was going to be on MSNBC, so I said we would listen. He's not on MSNBC. I don't have whatever PBS he's on. So, good God.
Yeah, I saw that coming through.
I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, man. I mean, and what am I going to do? Cut her off in the middle of her telling her heart-wrenching story?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
come on.
All right, I'm gonna drop down.
Okay, honey.
Love you all. Thanks for having me.
Of course,
let me know if
thank
need
you.
anything. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Victoria.
Well, he's PBS TikTok Live. Well, I can't be on a TikTok Live while I'm on here. Well, maybe I can on my backup. I know, right? I love Biden too, but goddamn, I know you guys are fucking lambasting me. I know I should just ignore you, but damn, it gets a little annoying, ain't gonna lie. I love y'all, but y'all gotta give it a break. I'm trying to see if I can find it on my. Everyone's saying where it's live, and then nobody can find it either. So I'm only saying so much. Okay, here we go.
That's what the legislation is about. It's about dignity. Simple dignity. Everyone deserves to be treated with dignity. Regardless of their standing, regardless of economic situation, regardless of who they are. Making sure that more than 60 million Americans who live with disabilities are treated with dignity is who we are as Americans. That's what it's about. I mean it. Dignity at work, at school, in their communities, in every corner of American life. Laws like the ADA need advocates like you. You're the ones that keep it going, God love you. You fight like hell every single day to make sure the law is respected. Your clients' rights are protected. So from the bottom of my heart, I mean this. I give you my word as a Biden. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for your commitment to the dignity of all Americans. Because that's what all of this is about. Folks, today I want to talk to you about an issue that's front and center right now for millions of Americans. Social Security. You know, some of you may know, the Democrats have declared today the Save Social Security National Action Day. National Day of Action, I should say. We know just how much Social Security matters to people's lives. Everyone in this room fights for people with disabilities who rely on Social Security to survive. To survive. Not just the physical side, it's the mental side. It's the mental side. We make sure folk get the benefits they earn after a lifetime of hard work. The work they do is more than just a profession. What you do, it's a calling, not just a profession. And Social Security is more than a government program. It's a sacred promise. We made it today, a sacred promise. 73 million Americans receive Social Security. From the first paycheck for their entire life, they pay into Social Security. And in return, they count on Social Security to be for them when they're going to need it. Folks, must never ever betray that trust and turn our backs on that obligation. That's why during my presidency, we protected Social Security and made it stronger. Martin, the governor can tell you. We came into office, Social Security Administration had its lowest staffing, she referenced it, lowest staffing levels in 50 years. And demand is going through the roof because of my generation and the baby boomer generation, reaching the retirement age. So the demands on Social Security increased significantly. Our administration secured nearly $2 billion to reduce the backlogs and improve customer service. We slashed wait times for folks in need with calling the 1-800 number. We got it down to under 13 minutes. It used to be 3 times that long when we took office. Made it easier for people to get help with their claims online. Reduced how long it takes to review a case. We fixed the appeal system to make it uniform in all 50 states, which made a difference. We strengthened the anti-fraud measures to protect people's identities and to make sure benefits are going to people who actually they belong to. By the way, those 300-year-old folk getting that Social Security, I don't need it because I like to figure out how to live on it. Hell of a thing, man.
He wants to meet the people that are 300 years old.
It's all when they turn 30 years old. But as a result, by the time we left office, we'd improved every single line of customer service, from applying for disability to filing an appeal and reporting fraud. It all became more efficient and more effective. And I'll bet it made your jobs easier too in the process. Now these achievements may not sound so glamorous to most people, but you know, they're absolutely essential. And might be one of the most important jobs of any elected official is to make sure the government works for the people, works for all people. It's understandable. They can understand what it is. And we keep our promises to the people, to all the people. That's exactly what we did, thanks to all of you. Also signed into law the Social Security Fairness Act. That act eliminated 2 unfair rules so public employees wouldn't get shortchanged. The government pension offset and windfall elimination provision can never come in ever again. But as a result, more than 2 million people are now finally receiving the full benefits they earn. And remember, we also face the constant threat by some members, Republican members of Congress, to cut and gut Social Security, period. Cut and gut it, period. They want to let Social Security expire every 5 years. That's the proposal. Let it expire every 5 years unless reauthorized by the Congress. Who in the hell do they think they are? Every 5 years and then wait around and be... I will not go further into the charge. You can imagine the chaos of the charge. Every 5 years, Congress must step up. Imagine this Congress stepping up. They threatened to raise the retirement age as well. Now, that might not be a hardship for someone working in a comfortable job. But if you're on your feet all day, you're doing manual labor all day, working with a disability, it's a very different matter. And then they even tried to force cuts on Social Security during the negotiation of the debt ceiling. These are wonderful guys. Last time this guy had the job, he raised the debt ceiling because of an enormous and profligate tax cut to the super wealthy. And then he said, look, then they started talking to his colleagues. Maybe we can do something about Social Security, but we got to do something about the debt ceiling. How are we going to do it? Who can find the money in Social Security? Once we do what they wanted to cut Social Security. Not on my watch. We refuse to go along with any of it. Look, Americans can augment account these benefits. Let me pause a second here and say this. We talk about the physical needs that Social Security provides for people, particularly people, hardworking people, people retired, people on the edge. The psychological impact is profound. Profound. You're a man or woman, 70s, 80s old, and not in good shape. You have a disability, and you hear it may not come. How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night? We lived up in Wilmington in a 3-bedroom, split-level home in our development, 40 homes, with 4 kids and a grandpa living with us. I remember my bed, our bedroom headboard was near my dad's and mom's room. And you could tell when Dad was restless. I remember asking one night my mom, what's the matter with Dad? The next morning, she just found out that they're not going to provide insurance anymore where he works. Well, imagine if you're somebody who's been struggling all their life. You really count on Social Security to buy your food, just to get by. You hear the threats of what may happen. Many of these beneficiaries have their own income. If they were cut or taken away, it would be devastating. Devastating to millions of people. And the psychological pressure we put people under by having this debate is absolutely devastating. That's why we work so damn hard to make Social Security Administration stronger than it's been in years. And that's why I asked the governor to take over, by the way. But look what's happening now. Fewer than 100 days, this new administration has made done so much damage and so much destruction. It's kind of breathtaking what could happen that soon. They've taken a hatchet to the Social Security Administration, pushing an additional 7,000 employees, 7,000 out the door in that time, including the most seasoned career officials. Now they're getting ready to push thousands more out the door. Already we can see the effects. For example, thousands of people use the Social Security website every single day to check on their benefits and submit their claims. But now, the technology division of Social Security Administration has been cut in half. And so the website's crashing. People can't sign on with their accounts. What do you think it does? That woman's living alone at 74 years, checking, just not able to even find out whether she can find out what that disability claim is yet. She can't file a new disability claim. It's a lot of people being told incorrectly that the benefits have ended. Folks, imagine the panic that causes. If you're a retiree living alone, knowing Social Security dependent on. So now people are overwhelming the phone lines. They're showing up at the local Social Security office, tearful and frantic, and told, do you have an appointment? In that tone, by the way. I can give you a personal example if I'm not going to know. To cap it all off, serious people are now generally concerned for the first time in history, for the first and only time in history, that Social Security benefits may be delayed or interrupted. Folks, let's put this in perspective. In the 90 years since Franklin Roosevelt created the Social Security system, people have always gotten their Social Security checks. They've gotten them during wartime, during recessions, during a pandemic, no matter what they got them. But now, for the first time ever, that might change. It'll be calamity for millions of families, millions of people. The current Secretary of Commerce doesn't seem to get it. But based on his comments, he doesn't seem to even care. Many of them saw what he said the other day. By the way, he's a billionaire, God love him and mine. What would say? paying 8.5% tax. All right. Billionaires don't want to pay. When he talked about the possibility of Social Security checks not going out this month, he shrugged it off. Here's what he said. He said his 94-year-old mother-in-law wouldn't complain. Wouldn't bother her. She probably rather wouldn't. No kidding. Her son-in-law is a billionaire.
Exactly.
What about that 94-year-old mother? They have a billionaire in the family. All the retirees depend on that monthly check to feed themselves. All those people with disabilities have no other source. What about all those people? That's who you fight for. So those who desperately need you. Folks, it's not just the Secretary of Commerce. We heard how others, empowered and emboldened by this administration, talk about Social Security. One of them called it a Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme? What the hell are they talking about? People earn those benefits. They paid into that benefit. They rely on that benefit. No one should take it away. You know, Franklin Roosevelt had a different view. He was president coming out of the Great Depression. He and all his colleagues saw great suffering, so much poverty. He also took steps to raise standard of living for ordinary Americans, including creating Social Security. He himself was from a very wealthy family. He needed Social Security, but he understood how much it would mean to millions of Americans. He knew it would make America stronger in the process. And it has. Makes our economy stronger. Makes the community stronger. Makes families stronger. Gives peace of mind. And so the vast majority of Americans, including the really wealthy Americans, still support, thank God, Social Security. Very wealthy billionaires still support Social Security. They may not rely on themselves, but they know. They know. Social Security deserves to be protected for the good of the nation as a whole. You gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself, why is this happening? Why are these guys taking aim at Social Security now? Well, they're following that old line of tech startups. The quote is, move fast, break things. They're certainly breaking things. They're shooting first and aiming later. As a result is a lot of needless pain and sleepless nights. My friend Governor O'Malley knows what they're really up to. He says, and I love his quote, they want to wreck it so they can rob it. They want to wreck it so they can rob it. Why do they want to rob it? Well, deliver huge tax cuts to billionaires and big corporations and keep it going. They want to make permanent 2017 tax cuts, which overwhelmingly benefit the wealth. That's going to cost $5 trillion. Where are they going to get $5 trillion to pay for it? They're going to continue to run the deficit. What will they always do? By running up the national debt, number one. And then by taking the money from someplace else. Those are two big pots of money out there. In raw numbers. Social Security and Medicaid. Well, from other programs, people rely on and have paid into. Republicans, when these guys are willing to hurt the middle class and the working class in order to deliver significant greater wealth to the already very wealthy. Who in the hell do they think they are? I really think they, I mean, just basic decency. Who do they think they are? Maybe anybody should go out, they can make it for $1 million a year, they can fine. pay your fair share. You know what the average is? We have 1,000 billionaires in America. You know the average federal tax they pay? 8.2%. You want to trade that number? What's your pay? Let's go. I'm sorry to go on so long. It's just, anyway. I grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania as a kid, and then Claremont, Delaware. Middle-class towns, working-class towns. Places where people worked hard all their lives with the promise that they'd be able to retire someday with a little bit of dignity. Because they've been paying in a thing called Social Security since the very paycheck they've earned. These people get knocked down every day. Learn to get up. My dad's one if you get knocked down, just get up. Get up. They get up every day. The last thing they need from their government is deliberate cruelty. It's about people and neighbors across the country who look out for each other. You don't see empathy. They don't see it as a sign of weakness. They see empathy as a decent instinct. They don't see cruelty as a sign of strength. Social Security is about more than retirement accounts. It's about honoring a fundamental trust between government and people. It's about peace of mind for those who work their whole lives so they can rest assured they'll have a chance to get back some of what they earn, what they deserve. More than anything else. I mean this sincerely. And as my friend says, maybe it's the Irish of it, but it's about who we are as Americans. Who are we? What makes us distinct from the rest of the world? It's kind of the basic, fundamental American values. Nobody's king. Nobody's the boss. Everybody has a shot. All people ask for is a shot. Honesty, decency. Our hard work is rewarded. Having faith in each other. Fairness, simple fairness. You can't grow like this as divided nations, divided as we are. I said I've been doing this a long time. It's never been this divided. Granted, it's roughly 30%, but it's a 30% that has no heart.
Amen.
We see in America. So we believe in fairness. And that's the America we can forget or walk away from. Folks, I mean this. I know it sounds trite, but I have to remember who we are. The United States of America. The United States of America. Most unique country in the history of the world. That's not hyperbole. Every nation was found because of religion, geography, ethnicity. We're the only nation in the world founded on the ocean. We hold these truths to be self-evident. That all men and women are created equal, endowed with their Creator. That's the one thing that unites us, an idea. Every other nation was because of purpose. It's an idea. And how do we fulfill the outcome of needing that idea? We walk away. Just basic fundamental decency. Folks, sorry to watch so long, but I feel deeply about this. You know, I heard me say it before, I'll say it again. There's nothing beyond the capacity of America to do what we do it together. Let's do it together. God bless you all. May God protect our troops. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for this wonderful award. Thank you.
Who else needed that calm like I did? Who else needed that calm, reassuring Biden, Grandpa, Uncle Joe, empathy, kindness, fucking normalcy? Y'all can't see it, but I literally have goosebumps all up and down my arms. Exactly, Rhea. I almost forgot what a sane leader sounded like. Respect for our elders, respect for Social Security, respect for the dignity of all people. Man, I needed that so bad. It was nice to finally hear someone being presidential. Not a blithering idiot. What do you want, Muscles?
Oh, I was just joining. Are we having any particular topic conversation beyond Biden's speech? Or
How do you feel about the constitutional crisis we're in?
we're not in a constitutional crisis.
Yes, we are. If you have a president who's ignoring the Supreme Court order and a federal judge's court order yesterday, if you have a president who is not being checked by our checks and balances, what else do you call it?
Was this the court order on the guy that was deported to El Salvador?
That's the Supreme Court order he's ignoring.
Yeah, pick your court order. The one on the AP, the one on the press, the one on the guy from El Salvador. Yeah, pick your court order. Yeah, so like Bukalele says like no, so what's he gonna do?
Bukalele. His name is Bukele. If we are if the Trump administration said they made a mistake and sent him there, it is incumbent upon us to bring him back. And that's what the Supreme Court, they didn't ask him if if Bukele wanted to send him back. We sent him there erroneously, and they told him to get him back, period.
Yeah, but like Bukele was like in the interview and he said like we're not going to release this guy.
Okay.
Right,
so then you send in SEAL Team 6, or you send an F-16 over that prison tomorrow.
Or you stop the money. First thing you do is stop the money. No more money, and we're taking back what we've given you until you send back our prisoner. So we're supposed to send SEAL Team 6.
Yes.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes.
Back. It became our responsibility when we put him in that situation. Absolutely.
Correct.
To get back someone who was here illegally.
No, he was not. No.
I'm sure you understand who you're talking about, because I'm going to tell you the real man that you're talking about. You're talking about a man that came over here, did it the right way, has been married to his wife, that's an American citizen for over 10 years, has 3 children here in the U.S., 1 special needs, worked every day of his life since he's been here.
He's in a union.
Has never been in any trouble with the law, and has a court order to protect him from that specific country. This is the man we are talking about, sir. You're damn right. Whatever it takes to get him back to the U.S., period. End of story.
Yes.
So we're supposed
And he was not illegal. He had a legal protection specifically from the country of El Salvador, because it said in the Supreme Court decision, if you bothered to read it, that the country of El Salvador either could not or would not protect him. So he had a legal protective order from never being deported to El Salvador.
Yeah, but didn't he have like 2 court rulings against him?
No. There was one police officer who said that he was part of the MS-13 gang, and just a few weeks after that, that police officer was relieved of his duties for paying a prostitute. He was not like a stand-up dude, and he only had one allegation by one police officer, and the government has never provided a single shred of evidence that he was part of MS-13 or any other gang, and he has no criminal record.
Wait, does the police officer the CI or this is another thing? Like, I thought this is confidential informant that said.
Well, the story that came out today said it was an officer, so I'm just going by the story.
Okay. I mean, I read in the Wikipedia of the incident that.
Well, Wikipedia is not a reliable source, because I can go onto Wikipedia right now under Donald J. Trump and change Wikipedia to say that he's a schnazi, and it'll stay on the internet until somebody else changes it. That's not a reliable source. That's not a reliable source.
Yeah, but then I followed the source like that for that footnote to an actual news story about it.
I don't care if it was a CI. I don't care if it was a CI. I don't care if it was a police officer. One person making an allegation that he was part of MS-13 with zero proof is not proof. Because one person said it. I could say you're part of MS-13. I could say that.
God, common sense ain't so common.
I mean, this is a confidential.
Hold on, sir. He would not have been fired from the police department if he was a CI.
I think this is different than
No.
The CI is a police.
No, it's not a CI, sir. It's a police officer.
Well, there was a CI also.
But that the police officer is?
Exactly. The CI reports to a police officer. The police officer said, "Oh yeah, I got information. This guy's an MS-13," and then that guy was fired a few weeks later. But just so you know, Muscles, it's not illegal, putting everything else aside, because the government has never, ever provided to a court of law any evidence that he's part of the MS-13 gang. Okay, but even if he was, is it illegal to be in a gang?
It is, yeah.
Can you tell me what statute that violates? Go get me the law, please.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, go get me a law.
Well, you can drop muscles down because he ain't ever finding this.
You got the Hells Angels, which is a motorcycle gang. You've got all kinds of gangs, and if they're not committing violence, you got the Proud Boys that are a gang, the Oath Keepers that are a gang, the 3 Percenters that are a gang. Until they do illegal activity, just them belonging to it is not a crime. Belonging to one is not a crime. Triple K.
Also, there is no, I hate this talking point going this way because it makes people think he might have been. He was not.
And I said that. He's not. He's not.
The only thing that has ever been reported about him and any involvement was when a gang tried to shake his wife down for money at her business.
Correct.
From a business they own. That's it.
Okay, so I guess it's not technically illegal to be in a gang.
No, it's not. Okay, so
knowledge of their activities then
they have to commit a crime in order for it to be criminal. So if they have not been proven to have committed a crime, they are not a criminal. And he has no criminal convictions. He does not have a criminal record.
If you have knowledge of activities, that's
he has not been convicted of a crime. That is why due process is the issue. If they wanted to deport him, he would have gone through a due process. He would have gone through a hearing, and the government would have had to have proven that he was part of this MS-13 or had knowledge of criminal activity. But because he was not afforded due process, which is what the Supreme Court unanimously decided 9-0, is that he did not get due process and he must be brought back.
Yeah, but hey, Muscles, real quick. Did you read the court documents by any chance?
Of course
any
not.
of his cases?
No.
I did. 133 pages. Read all of it. What about the No, Muscles. I'm not giving you permission to speak yet. Do you know why I read all of that?
You're obsessed with Trump and have Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. So I've got mental problems, dude. Absolutely. And my mental problem is that I'm sick and tired of people like you making excuses for people that violate our fucking rights. Muscles, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're part of the LGBTQIA community. You have a fascist dictator that's in office that's coming after the rights of people like you. Just because you voted for him, you don't have a seat at the table, Muscles. And the reason why I read all those documents is because I wanted to make sure that when people like you came out and said, hey, this is what this guy did. He was a gang member. He was, doing this and that. No, he wasn't. The courts found him innocent of everything. He was accused of being a gang member by overzealous cops that didn't know what they were doing. They brought him in, ICE detained him, and he had due process at the time. Now he's been deported to a country where his life was threatened, and most likely this is going to be a violation of human rights.
Absolutely.
Like, you have no idea what we've done here. This country is in such deep shit because of what just happened. International courts are going to get involved.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm scared of those international courts.
Muscles,
Have you ever heard of The Hague?
Where's your empathy?
Have you ever heard of The Hague?
Person, dude.
I mean, like, okay, he maybe wasn't like a member of MS-13.
No, Muscles, that's
He
a
wasn't.
person. That's a guy that got ripped away from his fucking home, Muscles. Where's your empathy, dude? Look, this isn't about left or right. This is a human fucking being.
You don't get to like just barge into countries illegally and then like.
He didn't come illegally.
He did illegally.
He did not. He's been here for 10 years. He did everything by the book.
Yeah, he originally illegally entered
Every court case did everything he was supposed to do as somebody trying to become a citizen here. And over beyond that, Muscles, he's married to an American citizen for over 10 years. Dude, stop.
He claimed asylum. Asylum seeking is legal.
He entered in illegally in 2011 originally.
Every single asylum seeker enters illegally to begin with because that's our fucking law. They have to be on U.S. soil to claim asylum. So what? Yes, it is. In order to claim asylum, you have to be on U.S. soil. 8 U.S. Code 1158. I know I've read it to you before.
Yeah, but you don't have to enter in illegally to claim asylum.
Yes, you do.
So have you ever read 1158?
Hold on, sir. 1325 does not apply when you use 1158. Do you not get it?
Exactly. No, he doesn't.
The second you come in and say, I am filing for asylum, 1325 is nil and void. Quit it.
So did he claim asylum within a year of when he entered into?
Yes, or he wouldn't have a green card. Had been here for the last 10 years. Was part of a union, which was part of a union, and was working and married a U.S. citizen and has an entire ass family. He was kidnapped, human trafficked over to a fucking gulag. That's nothing but a death camp because he leaves, unless they're in a body bag.
I'm sick and tired of no, Muscles, hold on. I'm sick and tired of us having to argue semantics with you about his past when his present was that he was a protected citizen of this country. Protected. How many fucking times do I need to say it? He was protected, Muscles. He didn't do anything wrong. No, Muscles. He didn't do anything wrong. He was kidnapped and stripped off the street, and he was not given due process. Now that Trump and his administration has this precedent of being able to do this, they've set this standard. They will not just do it to immigrants, they will do it to regular people. I fully expect this to happen to me sometime in the near future because I'm a fucking activist. Do you understand that, Muscles?
Same.
Just because we don't agree on ideologies of how the government should be run, I could go to fucking jail.
So how do you know he claimed asylum within 1 year of?
Oh my God, shut up. Get the fuck out of here. You're lucky I entertained you for the few seconds that I did. You're blocked on all my other accounts. So you just happen to come up on my 3.0 because I'm hardly ever on here. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, look, here's the thing. This is court record. Anybody that wants to deny this and try to get past this needs to remember two things. One, this man, like Jen X said, is protected. Two, the Supreme Court made its decision 9-0.
And he was a child when he came over originally.
9-0, Muscles. Okay? When the Supreme Court makes that decision, the president is then bound. Okay, that's how this works. Congress creates laws, executive branch enforces laws, the Supreme Court interprets
the laws. And Muscles is part of that 30% that Biden just spoke about that has no empathy. Of the egregious.
It's absolutely disgusting.
It is.
I mean,
Muscles is a fucking psychopath.
Yes. And that's what I think all MAGA is at this point. They have no empathy. No, they're either psychopaths or sociopaths.
I've been running hot for the entire 3 months that he's been president, and I didn't know that I could get hotter. And I'm red lighting at this point. I am so beyond pissed. And by the way, Val, you don't have to call me sir. You're my senior, and you listen to Kid Rock.
Say what? Say what?
He was talking to Val.
I love you, Val. I was just kidding.
I heard that BS up there.
Oh.
I'm
so pissed. I have to make some fucking jokes from time to time, guys.
Yes, we do.
But involving Kid Rock? No.
You don't ball with
Thank
a ball.
you, mermaid.
To bang, diggy, diggy. Come on, man.
One hit wonder? BS? Nope.
I saw your picture today. It was only because Sheryl Crow made it good.
Nope.
Anyway, go ahead.
I think I just lost some brain cells after listening to Muscles, and oh my god. And I didn't catch all Biden's speech, but I have to admit I cried. I miss that normalcy.
Me too.
Normalcy.
And the calm, the empathy, the Grandpa Joe, the Uncle Joe, the caring empathy that we wanted and we need desperately from leadership. And
Sorry, that was my sister. We're going to see Sailor Moon in theater.
oh, how fun!
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Diva. I
No.
apologize.
No, I just said it was. I just said how fun if you're going to see Sailor Moon.
Oh no! I was saying you're talking, and there was a very great.
No, I was just saying we needed people. We need the empathy, like that he genuinely cares. The old Scranton stories, the human side of a president, the humanity of a president that values humanity, values empathy, knows how important Social Security benefits are, and how devastating it's going to be for real people if anything happens to it. You know, all of those things. So it was just really refreshing. It was refreshing to hear. That's all.
I recall the Nuremberg trials, and they had and I know I saw this and read it, but each of those individuals were talked to with a psychologist, and the psychologist all came up with a final conclusion. Each of those individuals had no empathy.
Yep.
No empathy at all.
And I think that's who's left
And
on
that
MAGA.
is true ego.
Mm-hmm. That's like when you look at Stephen Miller, whenever the camera goes to him, if you ever watch when he does these interviews, his eyes, there's nothing behind those eyes. There's no soul. Their eyes are just blank.
No, that's the face that you want to, you don't want to bruise up a little bit. No, Tic Tac Shop, love the Tic Tac Shop. Just saying. He's that type of individual that doesn't need, you know what I'm saying?
What it mean me with no security.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
That part.
Thank you, Val.
Yeah, don't put you and Muscles in a room together alone for 5 minutes. One of us ain't walking out.
I'll be right back. Keep talking.
No. No.
So Val, how you doing? I'm doing good. Mm-hmm. So I just heard. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying the world's burning. The world's burning. But I did just repost a video just for everybody that's in the comments. It's on my profile. It is for a woman that has links in her bio. Please go watch the video. Go follow those links. She has created a letter that I believe is going to start going out to the international courts for human rights on behalf of Abrego Garcia. So go ahead, SC. I'm sorry.
You said it's on your page.
Yeah, it's under my repost, under my profile. I just reposted the video. This way, she provides a form letter, and she also provides email addresses of different organizations that are outside the purview of our government. So this way, this can start getting some attention because it's obvious that our government's not going to help him, and the El Salvadorian government's not going to bring this guy back.
I don't know. I was thinking, and I came up with an idea. But you know the poem. I forgot the name.
They came for us, and I did nothing.
The one that was during World War II.
Yeah, it's the first day.
I think they're neat. I was thinking about doing a. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a current rendition of it because it's scary.
I'm going to read that poem really quick just because I think it's really important. It's not very long. It's not very long. 1946 post-war confessional prose piece by German Lutheran pastor Martin Niemöller. I'm going to read it real quick before I go. Sorry, I had to step away for a second. I had to use the restroom so bad, and I just could not hold it any longer. And because I knew I wanted to say one more thing. Well, of course, it's gonna.
You're totally fine. We love perimenopause. Oh, it's so good on the bladder.
Right, and I've had 4 kids, so that doesn't help either. Okay.
My wife cannot sneeze or laugh without peeing.
No, exactly. Okay, here we go. It says, first they came for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I didn't speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. And that's the thing, we need to change it. First, you came after the LGBTQ. I wasn't LGBTQ. You know, modernize it. I see what you're saying, SC. That's exactly what is happening now. They're coming for the immigrants, coming for the LGBTQ. By the time, and I said, eventually, it'll get down to the white people, the white men and ladies, and they're going to somehow either be not Christian enough or not the right religion or not have the right this. They're eventually coming for everybody. It's just your time, and it's just the time that it comes to you.
And I have to say, I voted for Harris, but in that one, I was thinking about it. In the very last rendition, I was thinking, and they came after me, but I voted for him. That last sentence.
Oh, yeah.
I think that should be a new rendition.
Unstable veteran. Yeah, you can come up and say one quick thing. I have to go. My kids are starving. And a ton of people are wanting to come up. I know we kind of got derailed listening to the Biden speech. But if you want to come up and say something real quick, but I do have to go because my kids are hungry.
Yeah, I'll make it real quick.
Thank you.
My buddy's in the union, and he got an email. So these folks that are saying he was undocumented, this and that, that's BS because the union is not going to allow
Exactly.
this man to be a part of the sheet metal apprentice union. So he's got the email from his union rep for calling all the union brothers to please contact their local Congress, anybody they can to help bring their union brother home. So these MAGAs are BSing idiots.
Yep.
So this man can't join a union if you're undocumented. Sorry for you, MAGA.
What Carolyn Levitt did today needs to be charged.
I agree. Saying that he was a human trafficker, which has never even been alleged ever by anybody but her.
That needs to be charged. Like I said, in the end of all this, and I really have, and just so everybody knows, I really have a bad feeling he's truly not with us.
Me too.
I call her Caroline Levitt.
Yeah, but that's true. But the end result of this, when we finally get the end story of this, and this all comes to light, and everything that's gone down in this, what's going to happen is that woman and her family are going to become very wealthy.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason they don't want to bring him home. They knew he would talk, and I got the bad feeling that something is not right there, and they know they can't bring him home. Exactly.
I think that's why they're fighting it so hard, is because they can't bring him home, or they're so scared of the human rights violation that he's going to talk about. It's one of the other. But thanks.
I'm telling you right now.
Thank you for coming
right
on.
now, if he's not, stable. Thank you. I'm telling you right now, if he's not with us, somebody had better do something about this fucking shit show, or the people will, and that's going to be way worse.
I agree.
And it'll, like you said, the international court will get involved immediately.
Yep. All right, guys. I can't. I've got to go. I know a lot of people want to come up and say stuff, but I really, truly got to go, guys. I love you guys. I'll be here tomorrow at 4 p.m. We'll do this again. Sorry for everybody that didn't get up. I know it just kind of got off a little off track watching the Biden speech, but I really, really, really do have to go. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for the likes, the loves, the taps, the cash apps, the Venmos, for all the support. I'll be on my 3.0 account tomorrow till about 4:30, and then we'll switch over to my 2.0 when my 24-hour timeout is up. But I'll be starting on this one tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I love you. I couldn't do this every day without you. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you guys all tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. We'll do this all over again. Love ya.
I love you. Thank you for letting me up, and I love you so much. I really appreciate you.
I love you too, Gen X. Thank you so much. I love you too.
Guys.
I love you too, Niecy Rose. Bye. Ooh. I unlocked a new achievement of 30,000 diamonds on my 3.0. Okay. Anyway, thank you guys on YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for being here with me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do this all over again. Have a great night. I love you. Make sure you subscribe and like. Thank you.